Welcome to the Wandering Peacock house, and this is our pizza oven. So the pizza oven, I would say, if you're not used to lighting fires, this one is the most difficult fire to get started in all the fire things we have around the house. You have to kind of make sure that the wood is dry. So I wouldn't use any wood from out here unless the fire is really raging. So either use the wood from the inside, or maybe even store-bought wood before you come. You could buy it in the plastic wrap so it's definitely dry and ready to go. So what you want to do is you make the fire in here. You do not make the fire in here. And as you can see, there's already ashes in the actual pizza oven. So if that's the case, which there probably will be, because I don't want anyone to clean out the pizza oven after they use it, because it's coal and it could be a fire hazard to bring it outside of the oven and into the yard. So what you want to do with the past guest's pizza ashes, you put it over here and you just go to this little window and drop it out. And so if you want to clean out the ashes from the next day, just make sure there's no burning, anything, that everything is completely put out. So you clean out with this ugly pizza peel, and then once everything's clean, you're ready to go. So what you want to do is you make your fire here. And then when it gets really hot and down to coals, this is Celsius, by the way. Ideally, you want it to be like 400 or 500. You want it to be super hot for pizza making. But if you are not like a pizza making expert, I actually think between 300 and 400 is ideal, because you don't want it to be super, super hot, and you want to kind of more monitor it. And with this pizza oven, I like to keep it open, or like this, because I find that it doesn't get great airflow. So you kind of want to keep it open at all times to get the fire going. So as far as wood, I'll show you where the inside wood is. First off, before you do any kindling or anything, you start off with starters. So you only need 3. Any more than 3 will make everything a little bit too oily. So you light the starters, you put them here, and that's how you start the fire. And then you go inside to the house, and you look for a piece of wood that has good grain. So something like this is pretty good. So what I mean is that it doesn't have any knots in it. So you go back over here, and there's by the hot tub, there is a kindling maker. So if you watch the hot tub second video, the troubleshooting video, I go over this. But basically, you put the wood like this. You don't use your fingers to balance it. You use this to balance it. And you just go like this. And you get smaller pieces. So when you make a fire, if you don't know how to make a fire, you want to, on top of the starters, you put these pieces. And then you keep on getting bigger pieces as you go. Oops, don't do that. So you want to get a bunch of these little guys. And eventually you get up to bigger pieces. So I'll show you how that is done over here with the fire. So once you got all your kindling in different size pieces, you go back to the pizza oven. Let me shut this door. Go back to the pizza oven, and this, pretend it's burning. You burn that, and you kind of balance the wood on top of each other, starting first with the small pieces and gradually getting bigger. And you do this, I would say, leave between 15 to 30 minutes to just get it right. Make sure the airflow is going in and the fire is not going out. So it's a little bit of a balancing act. And then from there, the fire burns down and then you put the bigger pieces over that. Ideally, with the pizza oven, you want to use you want to have a full, like halfway full the height of the pizza oven. Don't get it so raging. Do not put in any starters besides the starters we have, because some of them are oily and was not good for your food and will burn this too hot. But you want to ideally have pieces like this in there. Maybe I would say maybe 4 or 5 pieces like this burning. And once they're burned down, you want it to be like coal. So you want it to be a bunch of coal before you make your pizza. And then when you're ready to make your pizza, you go in here for your pizza peels. So in here, let's see, we have pizza peels. So I'll demonstrate how to use it. So we have a bunch of them for your own little pizzas. So you bring it out, you bring out your pizza peel out to here, and you put all your pizza ingredients out here. It's very important that you ideally do it out here because pizza making is very fast. You load this with flour, like tons and tons of flour on the peel. You roll out your dough, you put it on, and you quickly make your toppings. The reason you do that is because you don't want a casserole. Because the next step is you push back the coals. And so then you have a clean stone to burn on. And essentially the pizza is going to burn not on the fire, but on the brick below, clean brick below that is heated by the fire. And you take the pizza and you go like this. If the pizza's been sitting too long on this guy, it will basically, you'll have a calzone. It'll flip over, the ingredients will go over, you'll get a hot mess. So this is a very fast art of cooking. So you quickly do it, put a lot of flour on, and then do this shaking motion to get the pizza in. To get it out, I like to use this guy, and I get it out like this. And then I serve it on these plates to my guests. When you're done, let it burn down. Don't put the ashes out there yet. Let it sit for a night. You can, you could put more pieces of wood in between. Let's say you did like 3 or 4 pizzas, but you have 10 guests and it's getting too cold. I would recommend taking a break and using like a burn with a bunch of sticks like this just to get it going again and continue the fire. Then push back the kindling and continue your pizza making. So I hope this gives you some guidance on how to use the pizza here at the Wandering Peacock, and maybe you have one at home and you want some tips. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about how to really make a great pizza. This is not one of them. This is just covering what we have here at the Wandering Peacock. So have a beautiful day, and thank you for watching.